2, 1, and go. And hello, everybody. It's me, Alex the Hunted. And if you've been following me, you know I've been doing a lot of Teen Titans videos and other stuff. But recently, I haven't been because work related and all that stuff. And so I decided I'll actually start doing a podcast sort of thing for it with two other people that are very much involved with the Save Season 6 movement. And this is basically random, pretty much a discussion, a talk, all that sort of thing, to let you guys know that, you know, basically for us to talk about what's going on in the Save Season 6 thing and what we love about the original Teen Titans show. Hopefully making this is basically a trial run again, and so what do you want to talk about?
Well,
Yeah, I got to see.
Hello.
Yeah. Well, for one, we
Like
can
the
talk about
story of
the
Fandom.
article. Maybe. Would you want to bring that up, Alex?
Yes, the first. Actually, you talk about it. You can talk about it.
All right.
Basically to introduce yourselves.
All right. So, guys, if you've been following us on Twitter, for example, it's hashtag Save Season 6. You'll find that there's an article going around there. It's a DC Comics one. It came out about what, today or yesterday? I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
it's
So
actually it's during an interview over at New York Comic Con because that's
yeah,
currently happening at the moment.
right. So it's basically about the new Justice League War animated movie. I know that's not really relevant to Teen Titans, but if you guys find the link, I sent the link out. Someone sent it to me. It's going around Save Season 6. So go to hashtag Save Season 6. You'll find the article. It's like a NYCC. You'll find it. So scroll down the interview. It's about the DC Comics animated movies that are coming up, like the Batman ones, whatever. So because of all the buzz that's going on about those movies, they're asking about everything DC animated pretty much in general. So someone asked them, some people working on I think the JL movie, about if we'd ever see Teen Titans or Young Justice again. The two beloved series that have been canceled recently and not so recently by DC and YB. Tucker, I think, is one of the people that's working on the JL movie, on like the new animated Justice League War movie. He said that even though he's never worked on either series, he's actually really interested in Teen Titans. So what he exactly said to answering the question, he said maybe.
Yeah,
So that's, even though
it's
that's
not a
not
yes
exactly
or a
it.
no. It's not yes or a no, but it's one of those things that it makes us. It's that if he said Young Justice and he didn't say Teen Titans Go, so he specifically said Teen
Teen
Titans,
Titans.
which
So
means
people asked for specifically about Young Justice and Teen Titans. It's the series. I mean,
Mhm,
I know it's a Teen Titans comic, but they're talking about the series because Young Justice is a series right now.
exactly.
And Alex is right. They didn't say Teen Titans Go, and the guy said specifically he's interested specifically in Teen Titans. He didn't say Young Justice or Teen Titans Go. He said specifically Teen Titans. So there's a
Okay.
possibility, and this is actually a really good sign because not only is someone interested, Glenn, the old producer for the show, Glenn Marker Mari. I think that's.
He has a really hard to pronounce last name.
Yeah. Well, point is, he's working on Beware the Batman now, so he can't work on the show. But if a new producer comes in, they have the entire cast together. 14 Titans Go. Sam Register, one of the old producers, and the entire voice cast. So
And
they
they have
have.
some of the old writers as well.
Exactly. So even if Glenn and David Slack can't work on it because they're working on other projects, other people, they have most of the old cast. And if you think about it, if this guy Tucker is really interested in Teen Titans, it's obviously he's interested in how it used to be. So if he comes in and they'll work together, they can make season 6 happen. This is a good sign because this is the first time we've ever had someone from DC or Warner Brothers directly tell us something about Teen Titans. They haven't answered anything up until now.
And exactly, this is another
But
thing. And
we
this is
gotta watch out. We
and
gotta watch out
this is another
because
thing as well. Uh, for if to actually push him in the right, like hopefully get into more of this. Try and find out what about this. See if he has a Twitter. See if he has like a any kind of way to get in touch with him to let him know that yes, bloody hell, do this.
Obviously, no, we're definitely. So I'm going to try and do it. We all should. I encourage
Yeah,
everyone to look at this article and see if you can contact this guy. His name is Tucker. I mean, it'll have more information
does
in
it
the
have his
article.
last? Does it
Don't.
actually first or last name or anything like? It's
Well, yeah,
just
yeah,
Tucker.
that's my point. Well, yeah, his last name is Tucker. It's in the article. Don't bother him, but just tell him kind of like the benefits of making season 6, and
Mhm.
like tell him. I don't know if he knows about our movement, but if he knew about it, that might motivate him more from going from a maybe to a hell yes.
Yes.
yeah, wait. There's somebody who wants to join in. Passion Raven, I believe that's her name. I guess.
Oh, does she want to join? I didn't know she. I thought she was
Yeah.
in, but Uh,
Yeah, she wants to join.
I'll try and add her into the group. I'm not sure how. I'm not really Twitter, but yeah, this is live,
I
everybody. So we don't plan these things. How do I do this?
said it. Join.
Add to call group. There we go. I've put her in.
Oh, Alex, can I bring up one more point?
Yes, go
So,
ahead.
okay.
Sure.
Guys, there's another thing. I know people know this by now. It's all over Tumblr and Twitter, but we have the people on Tumblr, Titan Fanatic, and I'm not creepy. I'm just very different, or something like that. I'm just different. They're combining a project for the Save Season 6. Alex has made a video about it. So just go to one of their Tumblrs, Titan Fanatic, or go to the hashtag Save Season 6. You'll find the links. We have a huge video montage project for Season 6. So the deadline for submissions is now October 26th, and we need a total of 50 videos. Guys, if you know anyone who wants to help out, please send in a video, a minute or less, talking about why you love Teen Titans, why it's important, and why you should come back.
It can
And
be
the
actually. It
How
can
many?
be up to 2 minutes, but it will be edited down.
yeah,
Like it
but the
can be
only
as long as you
so
like, but it will be
exactly.
edited.
Mention the important parts. The important parts. So Titan Fanatic will put them all together into a huge montage with a letter and send it to everyone at Warner Brothers DC and everyone who was ever involved with the original series of Teen Titans. So everyone, guys, this is really good because not only with the recent article I just talked about, but this is really good because it'll get the attention we need. But for this to
Hmm.
work, it needs to be huge. So if we can get over 50, that's actually a good thing.
Hmm.
So everyone,
And the
like
way
watch
that,
Alex's
yeah,
video or go on Twitter, please, guys, just send in submissions.
I'm surprised you
Bro,
haven't.
how many videos do we
I'm
have?
surprised you haven't done any kind of YouTube yet, and because you speak really well. Like, honestly, you did all that without hesitation or anything.
Thanks. No,
But
How many?
I'm actually in a thing called Model Congress. It's basically I basically speak in front of we actually mimic the Congress. So we talk about bills, we
oh,
debate. So
so you're
that's
shut down at the moment.
yeah. So I do debates and stuff at school in this
Yeah,
program. So that's kind of why I do it without hesitation.
yeah, you learn it.
But how many
But
videos do
anyway,
we have in?
How many what?
uh, I
How
have.
many videos do we have in for
I
the
think
Tumblr
I think
project?
the last time I talked to China Finance, she said about 40 to 45, but we've gotten
Yeah,
a lot more people have told me they're going to send in and have sent in since then, so I'll check with her tonight. But I think we're already over 43.
exactly.
Okay.
Basically, it's just a minute we need. Just a minute of your time. Just say, and
Yeah.
and also just put these out there. No bad mouthing or trolling Teen Titans Go,
Oh,
Cartoon
that's
Network, or
important. That's
anything.
important. Guys,
Never do
if
that.
right, guys, if they say that Teen Titans Go, I don't know if this was the original idea or not, but if they see that Teen Titans Go is doing decently, and that the way to do this, at least in our opinion, is if you bash the new show, say cancel it, bring back the original, that's not gonna work. If you say that Teen Titans Go is like a good step in the right direction, then that'll be a lot better. Also, we have something on Twitter called Titan Hour.
Hmm.
Hashtag Titan Hour, hashtag Safe Season 6 on Twitter. If you have a Twitter, make a Twitter, whatever you can. Go on every Saturday night at 7, well, our time. Every Saturday night we
American
have a
time.
tight. We have exactly. We have a Titan hour where we all tweet to CN, DC, and Warner Brothers about Save Season 6. It's a really
Hmm.
fun time. It's a way to spread the word, and it's actually a really good way to get Warner Brothers' attention. So it's just for an hour every Saturday. So
We have three of the four original cast who know about it because they tweeted about
exactly,
it.
exactly.
Um, again about this, and actually for all these things, you know how people saying, "Oh, this is not going to." Well, we've recently ran into one person going, "Oh, it's never going to happen. It's not working."
Oh yeah.
Oh, and that sort of thing. Usually when these sort of things go, usually like the company or like someone involved with the old show usually comes out straight away saying, "Look, it's probably not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We just don't have any interest or any feedback, but anything like that." The
We
way
haven't
that
had any.
the cast, Warner Brothers, Cartoon Network have been acting in basically avoiding it like the plague is incredibly suspicious.
No, plus, guys, here's the thing to consider. The only news we've gotten about, like, and the only direct information we've gotten is the article we mentioned about the guy saying maybe because he's interested. That's literally the only direct answer we've gotten at all
Hmm.
for this about Teen Titans.
And
But check this out. Okay, so I heard that they took all the videos from YouTube to sell it on iTunes just to save their copyrights. Okay, so basically they could have done that like 7 years ago, and now that they know we're doing the whole say season six movement, now they want to do all this crazy stuff. Like
That's
they
true.
could have done it. Like okay, and now they some randomly like I've been watching Teen Titans on Boomerang for 7 years, and it's always been the same timing. There's no rotations, there's no nothing, and then I like last week or a couple of days ago, just randomly they changed the whole thing.
Are you sure it was like because one actually no, Teen Titans didn't move to Boomerang until I think it was 2011, and that was just a weekend thing. Like I've said, uh, Boomerang, because they have so many old shows and they're getting new old shows, they rotate the stock basically. So I bet if you actually looked at the schedule from, it wouldn't just be Teen Titans that has moved. It's a
No,
kind of a
that's actually exactly. And if you guys noticed this, before the cast, the voice cast was all enthusiastic on Twitter saying that's great, the Teen Titans fans, but they haven't really said anything since then. And I think it was Scott Menville, the voice actor of Robin. I'm not sure. I think it was him. A week or so ago on Twitter, he said that they were working on a secret project that they couldn't tweet about. So
Mhm.
I'm not saying that it's exactly season six, but it's speculation. You never know.
Yeah.
But they said that they were working on
And when
some
you and when
secret.
you said that guy, that guy who said maybe,
Mhm.
that's also one of those things. It's an incredible thing that especially like companies, when there's a new TV show or game coming out, they give you very non-answers, and that's a very non-answer that's saying maybe. And usually when they give a non-answer, that means that there is something going on.
Basically, they want us to support it. So, guys, think about this: the cast being quiet, Robin's voice actors tweet about their secret project, the article about Tucker saying that he maybe because he's interested in the show. Guys, this is all saying something. I'm not saying that it's 100% sure that they're making season six, but I think they're considering it. If we show enough support, we have to finish the Tumblr project. We have to keep
Mhm,
tweeting. If everyone's sending letters.
mhm.
If we show enough support, all of this could actually result in season six.
I mean, you're saying the amount of you're saying how say season six. When you got the cast retweeting, if it wasn't going to happen by any such amount, um, Cartoon Network most likely would have actually come out and said, "Look, we have no plans to do it." All right, and,
Kilo!
and also we had that. And also remember,
Boy.
I can't remember who it was, but someone sent out a letter to um, you know
Oh,
the
the
the,
fake email.
the head of no the head of Cartoon
Oh,
Network asking about. I think it was in
I'll be right back,
2011.
guys.
All right, asking in 2011 if there was any chance at all that Teen Titans would probably be coming back for a season six, and the guy who came back, the guy actually replied to him and said, "We don't have any plans at all." Then 2 years later, we have Teen Titans Go. But what I'm going by on this is, um, there's that the amount of people have been talking about it, the amount of traffic and all that sort of thing. Someone would have at least brought it up, saying yes or no. They probably wouldn't have said yes, but they would have more likely have said no if nothing was happening at all. The fact that they're not saying anything at all brings up just constantly makes you think there's something going on in the background. Maybe it might not be season six. Maybe they're planning something else. Who knows? It could, but the way they've been acting and how actually Teen Titans Go has well been doing, Cartoon Network aren't one to just say this is popular. Let's just leave it alone. I mean, look at Ben 10. That's had 4 damn shows in a row. I think they're making a fifth one as well. But
And they have mostly all of them at the same time. So
exactly.
basically,
So it's basically that case of and people and like all the people who you were going around saying, "Oh, it's only like teenagers and young adults who want the show back because that's the show they watched when they were young." Actually,
yeah,
I've had people who are in there. I've had kids that were in my comments for my videos who were 12, 10. I've had the youngest was 8 that have said they prefer the old show to the Teen Titans Go, and they would much rather watch the original Teen Titans than Teen Titans Go, even though they still watch Teen Titans Go. But anyway, what I'm saying is it's something that it's a huge wide audience that this show clearly brings in, and it just doesn't. It actually feels like that if they came out and said no, we're not doing it, or they don't do it, they're kind of cutting off their nose to spite their face. So you guys want to come in or anything? Want to say anything?
Yeah, sorry guys, I had to go do something. So what were we just talking about?
I just finished up saying about how suspicious it all looks. How
Yeah.
I'm not saying how they're removing from Twitter. They're removing from their YouTube, uh, and how quiet the cast have been. There's definitely
Exactly.
something happening. We don't
Yeah,
know
yeah,
what.
you're right. Plus, why would they after 7 years just now worry about copyright? I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Oh, exactly.
Unless they're actually showing interest in the show and want to do something like that. Why after 7 years? It's been 7 years since that stuff has been on YouTube.
Exactly. So yeah.
Okay,
So you
okay,
were saying, want
so
to say something? Yeah.
we think too much about saving it, but what was the reason it got canceled? That's why I'm
The reason
confused.
it got cancelled was actually because what I think it was actually the pitch for season 6 that was given by I think Will Wheaton. He was one of the producers of the show, which is another thing I'll bring up. Is that he did the pitch to Warner Brothers about Save Season 6, and the pitch didn't go down well, and basically it was cancelled there and then. But it was given the movie. Um, but what I'm saying is actually that's another thing I want to bring up is Will Wheaton. He was one of the original producers on the original show. He's come back to do he's come back to voice Aqualad in Think Teen Titans Go. But that's the thing. He's a producer as well. They wouldn't have just brought him in. I mean, they could have just brought him to reprise his voice of Aqualad, but you know, the fact that he was one of the old producers and he's back at Cartoon Network and he was one of the original producers on Teen Titans just makes me go, there's definitely something going on.
Mm-hmm. Plus, if you guys think about it, we have to convince Cartoon Network of this, that there's a lot of good points, that the merchandise, I mean, why was Young Justice canceled? Low toy sales. I mean, do you guys remember that Teen Titans had a pretty decent toy line, and the whole
Had
point
a
of Teen Titans
game.
Go,
Had a
yeah,
few video
and
games.
exactly, and the whole point of Teen Titans Go is so they have the toy line that Young Justice lacked. So if you guys watched Alex Ahunda's Why Season 6 Should Happen video, he has some really good points. So guys, please write some letters, send emails, especially letters. The more you know what, letters are more personal, they're effective, and the more they pile up, that's a lot harder to ignore than emails. If you need some reason, if you need help coming up with reasons for season 6 to happen, watch Alex's video. It's really good.
That was completely unscripted as well. I did that. I just came off the top of my head.
It was pretty good. No, it was great though.
I know.
The whole thing about the toy line and everything, I would never think of that.
Exactly.
Plus if if Teen Titans comes back, it'll make people more accepting to go, and it'll lessen hate with the Green Lantern and Young Justice fans. Because how many Young Justice fans were also Teen Titans fans? A lot.
And people have to stop saying that Young Justice was cancelled for Teen Titans Go. Okay, people need to get this. People who like complain about animation shows quite a lot, those rarely get this sort of thing where they don't get how long animation takes to do.
Alex,
Like,
can I say something? Can I say something real
yeah,
quick?
sorry.
That's okay. All right, guys. Since
Yeah, see, got a real big problem with your background
since
noise there.
you guys remember that was
Yeah, see, I'm gonna.
those were the test pilots. You know what? The toy line for Young Justice was canceled after Young Justice season 1. They were only planning to so Teen
Hang on,
Titans Go was already pre-planned before I think when Young Justice
hang on.
came out.
Sorry, Anders, you're being drowned out by the background noise from Yet. Sorry about this.
yeah, you're vanishing.
Your background noise is really, really bad there. Sorry, now you can speak.
Yeah, okay. So guys, what I'm saying is that Young Justice's toy line was canceled, but after season 1 finished of the show. I read that online in an interview. So they canceled the toy line right after season 1 of Young Justice ended, and Teen Titans Go was planned since. Do you guys remember the Chibi shorts on Cartoon Network that were on
Yeah.
DC Nation about 2-3 years ago? Those were the pilots for. That was the pilot for Titans Go. That was like they were testing the waters with that. That's why Titans Go was made, and that was since 2010, 2011. So, in short, Teen Titans Go was already being made by the time Young Justice was being canceled. So
Exactly.
the two had nothing to do with each other.
I mean, yes, it is kind of. It's not. It is still Cartoon Network's fault that Young Justice got cancelled, but not for the reasons that you think. Young Justice got cancelled because of its time slot. It was at 9 a.m. and that show was targeted to people like.
And let's remember all the hiatus that show had.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah,
Exactly.
and the
Guys,
hiatuses and also the saying. It was at 9
no,
a.m.
guys,
on a
also
Saturday
remember one
morning.
thing.
It was
If Titans,
sorry, I
let's
just
say
let me.
we do say Teen Titans, and we will if we work hard enough. If Teen Titans comes back and it's successful, because
Hello? You got cut off while you're in the middle of saying that.
What the heck is happening?
I have no idea, but this is the first trial run, people, so you're going to expect some flops and things going wrong. Oh,
Alright,
she's gone.
is Passion Raven there?
She's just been really
Yeah.
quiet the whole time.
Oh my god, bro. You and this other girl, yeah, need to give us a chance to talk, man. I'm like here
Go on.
listening.
Say what you want to say then.
What's going on?
What?
Oh dear.
No, but seriously, I have two followers that just they say that they gone through a lot about the whole say season 6 thing going on, and they just quit it. And there's like about 4 more people that quit it too. What are we gonna do about
Well, no, it's a some of the people like. Well, there's that Ben guy who's just he's just going around. He's going that. It's basically because we haven't heard anything in a while. That's what it is. It's because we haven't had any news back or anything like that, and I actually haven't done anything about Forest to like drum support as well. Which this is why one of the reasons why I did this. Why I did this. Decided to do this. Hang on, I've just got to get Anders back in here. She's dropped out somehow. But anyway, funny. But anyway, yeah, I should have done that. And but anyway, it's a case of people need to need. You can't just do one thing and then expect people to hold it up for the whole time. You need to every now and then reassure them and bring them back into doing it. Anders keeps on saying she's busy. Keeps on. But anyway, but yeah, what I'm trying to. But anyway, you want to say something?
I just wanna. You remember back then, like you asked me if I can Twitter something on the Cartoon Network on Teen Titans Go on Facebook, and I couldn't do it because they got this Rebel 97015.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did have the Twitter account, and I posted a tweet, and I got like about 225 people that just joined say season 6.
Yeah, and for anyone, if you're from Cartoon Network listening to that, that didn't happen. That didn't happen. What he just said didn't happen. If you're anyone from Cartoon Network, that didn't happen. Don't want to get anyone in trouble here or not putting anything as that didn't happen. But yeah, but that's basically what the case is. Now I want to go on to, because we've been talking for pretty much half an hour on Save Season 6. I want to, let's go on to something like, I've talked about loads of times about how much I love the show. I want you guys to talk about tell me what you love about this show, and if you had season 6, what would you do it? What would your main storyline be? Who would be your main villain, all that sort of stuff?
I just
And he's dropped out. What's happening?
I don't know.
Dropping like flies. Okay, so it's just you and me. I've tried and cut. What's going on?
Oh,
Anyway, so what, do you want to talk for a
okay.
bit?
I don't know.
What's going on? Oh dear. Yes, coal and passion and why are all these people dropping out? I'm calling these people and nothing is happening. Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, do you know what I'm going to do, Rafe? I'm going to stop and I'm going to end this call now, and then I'm going to try and get them back.
All right.
Okay, so we'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Technical issues
Okay.
and all that.
We have matching luggage.
I had to end the group and start again, but hello.
Bags on your eyes.
Yo.
Nightmare?
I can hear your TD really well, and Anders still cannot join.
I love to
Sup, sup.
educate the
Hey.
myself. How do you handle your nightmares? My mom taught me when I was little.
What the heck
Come
is
on.
Stevie's playing?
Whoever the dream
Yeah,
master,
it's your background noise again.
no, it's
Can
a
you only
lie.
get the connect internet in
Just
in that
dream
room,
about
or could you
something
move to a
fun.
different room?
Remember, you're in control.
What do you guys hear?
Basically the TV.
Like two girls talking or something?
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh, that's my TV. Sorry.
Oh.
that's all right.
Loco, loco, bro.
Uh, uh,
Michael, bájale el volumen.
okay, so yeah.
Where were
Before
we?
you were saying, before you got cut off, what were you wanting to say about the show?
It has all the
Hello?
elements. That's what I like.
Hello,
Like,
she's back.
yeah.
But anyway,
Yeah, sorry guys. Bad connection over here.
but anyway, you were saying, yeah, see, I'm saying keep on saying your name wrong. But you were saying,
It has like all the elements. Like it's humorous. It has action. Basically everything.
True.
yeah, it doesn't treat what I think the show does, which Teen Titans Go occasionally does do, which is starting to get on my nerves, is that it does kind of treat its audience like a bit of an idiot at times.
Yeah. I mean, no offense, but I think that the show is good, but I don't know. I mean, it just doesn't. Just comedy it can get a little tiring after a while.
It's that the humor is, and also the humor is, even though it's a weird show, it's very predictable at times.
Mm.
You're like, and also I find that the show has had the problem of it's repeating storylines in the same series. Like, what was it?
Yeah.
There was the episode of where Robin didn't trust the thing that was growing outside of Starfire, and it turned out it was evil at the end. And then what? 2 episodes later, there was the storyline of Raven didn't trust Terra, and Beast Boy, everyone else did, and then it turned out she was evil. It's the same.
Yeah.
They did exactly the same.
I just hate in Teen Titans Go that they changed Robin. Like, Robin is such an idiot in Teen Titans Go now.
I know. I miss
He's
the
not
old.
the
I
same.
miss the old. I miss the old Robin, like the serious guys. Am I the one who misses the old Robin, like the serious leader, the one that
I mean,
Starfire
he was a
admired,
bit. At times, he
the one
was
that
a
knew how
bit
to
of
lead
an.
the Titans?
But yeah, at times he was a bit of an annoying jackass. But you actually felt that this guy was a leader. He was in charge of these people. Not
Right, and you know what? What I love about the old series is that it exemplifies his comic character perfectly. That's who Dick Grayson is during Teen Titans, during the new Teen Titans comics, which Teen Titans is based off of.
also the thing is, it very rarely. It didn't make It didn't keep on going. This is Robin, the sidekick of Batman. It was this is Robin, the leader of Teen Titans. Like, what is it in the show? In the original show, they referenced Batman 4 times, something like
One.
that.
I've heard
Uh,
only one.
uh, Only about that, and in Teen Titans Go, it's pretty much every episode.
Exactly. So in short, guys, let's say here's another little motivation for like all the DC fans out there. So if we all work together hard and bring Teen Titans back for season 6 and maybe beyond, who knows? That'll actually probably prove to Cartoon Network and DC that superhero action shows are still good. So you know what? You never know. Maybe that'll motivate people to bring Young Justice back eventually too. You never know.
Who knows?
Oh yeah. I got something to ask too.
Go
How do
on.
you guys feel about joining forces
For what?
to save two shows at the same time?
You mean Teen
I think
Titans?
I think saving one show is already a big ask. 2 shows is a huge, that's a near impossibility.
It's sad,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
look. What will happen is I learned I was like just surfing around Twitter because I was bored, like a bum, whatever, and what I found is this other group of people. This is another fandom that they're trying to save their show too, and they done basically kind of like the same, success as us, but they need more support.
hmm
So I was
Oh
like
yeah, we're not
thinking,
saying don't support Young Justice and hope you get that back. We're just saying getting one show back's hard enough. Getting 2 show backs, it's a bit like, and we
Not
and this isn't
not
being
not
horrible.
really bring two shows back. Not really bring two shows back. It's just like support each other. Like,
Mhm.
okay, you support us, we support you,
Exactly. Yeah.
and
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. We should do
whatever.
that. Yeah.
So it's kind of basically what Green Lantern and Young Justice are doing.
Hmm. Exactly. And
Yeah,
the
but
the save season
they should.
six the save season six people, we have a bit more of a foothold because there's already a Teen Titans show on the air right now.
Right, and they have the cast together.
Exactly. And it's proven to be a hit, so we kind of have a bit of a more footing. Like it's kind because it's kind of like I say because the show's already on. Like why all the people who've been asking for years to get Firefly back for season two, that's become a running joke. But you get the point. There's nothing on TV about anything related to Firefly. I mean, yes, there's Josh Whedon still making stuff. He's got the Avengers on at the moment, but you know what I mean. Like we actually have a show that's proven
Exactly.
to be a hit.
So that's our advantage. I mean, all right. So we're all the old fans. We're still around, and Teen Titans Go has either brought back the old fan base because like they missed the original. Either stimulated the fan base to want the original back, or they like the Teen Titans Go. And it's not even the actual show. It's like the characters. The characters are what people love about the show,
Mhm.
the action. So Teen Titans Go is bringing the younger audience into the show. So why not have two Teen
Mhm.
Titans shows? I mean, the older audience we'll watch both because we love the old
Mhm.
show, and the younger kids who like Go, well, they're gonna want to watch more of their favorite heroes, right?
And I've always said that I said in my first review of Teen Titans Go, it's a good show, but it's only really because of the character of the Teen Titans
Exactly.
characters. If this was a completely new show with with completely new made up characters, it would be no one would watch it because it's really
Yeah.
apart from the Teen Titans, what's there bringing you back?
So you're talking like this is like Uncle Grandpa basically.
Yeah. We don't get that here in the UK. Is that any good?
No.
That was a
Oh,
very quick
never
answer.
mind. But
Just saying
it's
that
this.
show is terrible.
Thank you, Passion Raven.
That show is so terrible. I hate it.
Who doesn't? Even my little brother hates that show.
Okay, here's a what if. Would you rather watch Uncle Grandpa or Annoying Orange?
Annoying Orange.
I'm
Really?
knowing orange.
Really?
I would probably go insane about either. I would probably shoot my TV if I had to watch either one.
Yeah.
I would shoot my
I would
TV
I would throw my TV off the window.
right there with you.
Because because I know the Annoying Orange thing. Its audience is basically 12-year-olds who don't know any better. Uh, but I know that because again, that's another show we don't get here in the UK. What's
Guys,
that show like?
well, this is my point though. This is why we need Teen Titans back. I mean, they already got rid of Green Lantern, Young Justice. Beware the Batman's okay, not the best. Teen Titans Go is only comedy, and all these other shows. They need something with a good balance,
Mhm.
comedy and action. They need a good balance show. Teen Titans had that. Young Justice was very dark and serious, and Teen Titans goes too much comedy. Teen Titans is a perfect balance in between.
And I actually didn't think I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I Young Justice was good, but it wasn't as good as people were saying it is because at times it's my problem I've always had, and it's a problem I'm still having with DC is that I'm getting tired of being told how awesome Batman is. Like
Oh,
all
dude,
Dude,
thank you,
dude,
thank you, thank you, thank you
dude,
so much for
let's
saying
not
that.
even go into that. Like, have you seen the New 52? They have like six Batman titles,
yeah,
and if this, you know how Batman's 75th anniversary is next year or something. They're gonna make another one.
exactly.
Oh
And
my gosh.
it's like that's the problem I had with Young Justice was it kind of felt like Batman show. Oh, starring the Young Justice. Um, I, I mean, Batman's a good character and all that, but it's a case of too much of a good thing can get annoying.
I don't know, like I'm a huge Batman fan, but even I get tired of the million titles they have for that. I mean, like why not explore like the entire just like you want to know what I loved about Justice League Unlimited? It included everybody,
Hmm. And yes,
and I
Batman
love
was
you just
was a
I know,
huge
but like
badass on that, but
hmm?
he had his limits.
Yeah. So, well, my point is, like, that's another thing. Teen Titans doesn't just mention, well, yeah, it has Dick Grayson Robin, but it's about the Titans, not about Batman.
Hmm. Oh, that's the background again. background again.
Whoa!
It's not mine.
It is yours.
All
How
right,
is it
guys.
mine if it's hers?
Hey, Alex.
Anyway,
Alex.
yes. Hello.
You guys want to
Hello.
start wrapping this up, or do you guys have any more things we should say?
I want to talk about actually I want to talk about if season 6 came back, what would we want from it?
Hmm.
Because
I know what I can tell you what I'd
Hmm.
expect.
Starfire season.
Starfire, yeah, guys, like every single character had her arc. Season 1 was the Robin arc with Slade. Season 2 was Tara when she betrayed them and to sacrifice herself.
I actually saw it
Season
more as
3,
Beast Boy's arc, and I was annoyed that he got 2 seasons.
well, it was more Tara, but yeah, I guess it was sort of Beast Boy. Season 3 was more Cyborg. Season 4 was definitely, the Trigon arc was definitely Raven. Season 5 was more Beast Boy. Starfire didn't get her own arc. She got like 3 episodes dedicated to her. That's it.
I know, like
And actually,
she needs more. Like
if you read
seriously.
his comic things in the old universe, not the new one. God, don't get me started on the new
No,
Starfire.
don't even get me started on that.
But her story is incredibly dark. I mean, yes,
I
you can't
know.
put that on TV,
Believe
but
me, I know. I've read it. Trust me, it's horrible. I know.
her story, I think it's issues of the new Adventures of the New Teen Titans, issues number 26 to 29. That story arc, I think, if it was toned down a bit, would be a great like season thing, because it's basically Blackfire gets control of the Citadel and the Gordanians, and she just goes after Starfire.
I know it's a horrible. Plus, like, what my point is, people are always are not like the most loving towards Coriander and in DC and everyone. And I know and I think we can all agree that she kind of sucks in the New 52. Like, let's not get started on that. So if we have a if we have Teen Titans Starfire back, that could actually help the character too.
And people did say in the show that Starfire in the show wasn't like Starfire in the comics. Well, kind of yes, but most of the characters kind of weren't. I mean, Raven again in the comics was a really tortured soul. Like again, incredibly dark. But what I'm saying is, Starfire, she kind of had her naivety, her cheerfulness. That was completely in the old in the comic series as well. If you actually look at it, she was an incredibly happy character. That's why That's why I really do like her as a
Yep,
character so much, because she doesn't follow that path that so many characters who have a dark past
that's
have.
true.
It's like, I have a dark past. I'm going to brood on it for ages, and it's going to control me and control my choices and make me a non-trusting
Exactly.
person.
Plus, like like she and Dick Grayson have so much chemistry in the show as much as the comics. So that's another thing people love Robstar. I mean, that's another thing that people want to see for season
And
6.
season 6 would be a brilliant way to develop that even further. Like, it would be like something, I don't know. I've seen fanfics on it, and there's actually a good idea. Is Blackfire finds out about Starfire and Robin being together and uses that against her.
Yeah, I mean, dude, there's so many things they can use for season 6. The Starfire arc, what you just said, we can watch Robin become Nightwing. I would love to see that.
Mhm.
Or we could see more. I want to see them face Slade off again and have Tara come back. That's what I want. I want to know how she came back.
Red X saga. Like, we know it's Jason Todd. It is Jason Todd. But anyway,
But how's it? How's
I
it?
I know I know how Tara came back.
Yeah, I know. The Trigon turned her into stone. And Raven brought everyone back. That's how she came back. But I want to hear them
Yeah.
say it in the show.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Plus, but Alex, how is Red X going to be Jason Todd? I mean, in the comics, he's younger than Dick, and in the Robin in Teen Titans, Dick, right?
but actually, he's only younger than Dick Grayson by I think about a couple of years. And
Okay, well, still, how is he going to be Red X? He's not even Robin yet. Dick is Robin right now in the show, and he was where was it? He was
yes,
in the show, and and Jason didn't come around until he had already quit being that. So
well, actually, no, he didn't come around. He didn't come around. No, um, yeah, I think no, it was when he became Nightwing is when Jason Todd came along.
that's my
Um,
point. He's not Nightwing yet.
but it's saying but shows very sometimes don't follow story arcs to the T, do they?
Okay, well, yeah, I guess that's true.
Um, but what I'm saying is it's the most logical one I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, it's not like they're going to say, "Oh, it was been this completely new character all along."
We'll see. Point is that we need the season to tell us this.
Mm-hmm. Right. There's that theory. There's been that theory going around about how Terra came back was something to do with the Trigon saga.
Mm-hmm.
Was that when Raven beat her dad? It like brought loads of people, everyone who was turned to stone, back to life, and
Yeah, and she like overpowered
Yep.
him, and everyone became normal again. I think that's how she came back.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest, I don't think she lost.
Speaking of that episode where she did come back, don't let that episode be the ending to the whole show, because it wasn't. It was an okay episode, but that's not that was Beast Boy, and that wasn't a goodbye. It was just a goodbye to Beast Boy. That wasn't a goodbye to the team. You know.
The ending doesn't even make any sense.
Apparently, it was actually a like a tribute to a show, a Japanese anime. But I can't remember the name of it. But I was saying, and also if you did season 6, you'll have to start putting more development into the BB Ray as well, because even that's actually kind of an official thing that it was a pairing that never really happened in the show but exploded on the internet. I mean, to the point where I actually think BB Ray is a bit more popular than Robstar.
Yes, I
I
think it
think
is.
that's a little. I think that.
because Robstar was kind of developed in the show. We saw it happen. BB Ray was hinted like hell, but never happened. Like, it's amazing.
Well, it all showed out when Raven hugged them in that episode Spellbound. That's when everybody that's when okay, so we see this coming now.
Mm-hmm. And those episodes like The Beast Within and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, guys, I've got a question for you. Favorite episode of the show?
Sorry, what guys?
Favorite episode of Teen Titans? What was your favorite episode? And why?
Favorite episode, I would say I have a lot, but I would say the end, all 3 parts. That was like the most epic part of the series I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yup,
just like
that's
I
true.
was awesome. Like the Rob Ray friendship, the way he protected her, the Slade reference, the fighting sequence, like showing how Raven struggled with that side of her. I just loved that arc, and those 3 episodes were excellent.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I can say about this about all those people who are going Rob Ray thing. A guy and a girl can just be friends.
I just said, Alex. I just said friendship.
I wasn't saying no. I wasn't saying about what you said. I'm saying for those people who took that episode as immediately as them being in love.
They're not.
Just saying, I despise that ship robbery. I despise it.
I don't see them as romantically involved. I just love their friendship.
But
I just love the arc because like I think their friendship is really cute. Like I can see them as brother and sister because like they're both dark, they both like their privacy. So I just love their friendship.
Mm-hmm. It's like the it's actually kind of like the cyborg Starfire relationship. Is like Starfire. I mean, Cyborg is definitely Starfire's big brother.
Exactly.
Yeah, like on that episode Truck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, by the way, that's one of the best episodes about racism I've ever seen. But anyway, you were saying?
I know.
That's actually pretty, educational. Like, hey, just because someone came from somewhere doesn't make anything or anything,
Exactly.
whatever.
Oh, guys, here's another thing that Teen Titans Go doesn't have that Teen Titans has, and we need back. Every episode had a good message.
Mm-hmm.
Like for Aftershock, it's like it's never too late to redeem yourself. I mean, through Terra, and season 1 with Robin, you need to learn how to trust people. In the Trigon arc, it's like never lose hope. You know, I mean, there's a good message for every single arc and episode.
Mm-hmm. The cyborg ones, I think the cyborg arc is it's either the power your friends something to do with friendship or just because how you look on the outside does not mean who you are on the inside.
Exactly.
To say that episode Trigon was actually a really good episode because it didn't follow that cliched thing of where he's a racist, but now suddenly he loves the people. Like at the end of the episode, he's still a racist.
Exactly.
The message they point out, but the message the message they obviously give is racism is bad, but they give a better twist on it is that there will always be people who are racist. You don't listen to those people. It's the people who see you as who you are, not what you look like, where you come from. They're the people who truly matter.
Right.
That's one of the most intelligent way of putting that messages I've ever seen.
Exactly.
That's the best quote I ever heard in my life.
Plus, guys,
I
what I
misquoted that as well though. Half the thing I said in that was wrong. As in, I
no.
mean
Plus,
that's not exactly what she said, but you know what I mean.
it doesn't matter, you know.
Mhm.
What was I gonna say? No, and here's another thing though that Cartoon Network needs to realize that how many shows after 7 years of being canceled and a spinoff a lot of people don't really like, how many shows still have this kind of fan base? I mean, yeah, they have some fan base, but this dedicated to bringing it back. Not too many.
There's Firefly.
Well, you have Symbiotic Titan. You have Teen
Did you know
Titans
why that was
season
cancelled?
six.
Because I heard it was something to do with contract dispute.
Who knows? Well, my
Okay.
point is, like, it's not every day this series still has this many dedicated people trying to bring it back. I mean,
Mhm.
they should really take advantage of that. I mean, how many? All right, so let's say Family Guy's been saved like 3 times. Doctor Who came back. I think there was another show in the '90s that came back recently. And Ben 10 has 4 shows, so why can't the Titans come back?
Mhm.
You know?
And it's all that things like I'm kind of willing to I'm kind of willing for them to bring it back, but not be exactly the same. Like I would be okay if there was a bit of a change in animation style, like it was,
That's fine.
or like there was a bit of a costume change or something like that.
No, that's actually. I mean, no, I'm all for it as long as it's not. I mean, as long as at least has. Yeah, I mean, if the animation is slightly like different because like it's more like modernized, because like it's different from back then, or if they like change the outfits a little bit, or if, like let's say Robin becomes a Nightwing, that's fine. Like small changes, I understand that they want to mix it up. That's fine. But what I do, just that we just want the same tone, the same storyline, the same tone. That at least, and that they actually continue the story. That's what everyone wants. Like
Exactly.
we know it's not gonna be the exact same thing as 7 years ago, but at least that it follows the same storyline.
The
That the characters are
continuity is
still,
still the same,
yeah, the
basically.
continuity is the same. That they follow the storyline and that the characters are still themselves.
I.e.,
If
i.e.,
those
what
three,
happened with Doctor Who when that came back? Yes, they pretty much changed everything, but it still stepped in the continuity of the old show.
that's my point. As long as they actually continue the show, they continue that the storyline and the characters are not so out of character. As long
Mhm.
as that those things remain the same, I don't care if they change the animation a little bit. Or you know what? I would actually think it was pretty cool if they used the Young Justice animation because Young Justice had excellent animation.
But again, but this is the problem. This is one of the reasons why I think Young Justice was cancelled. Was it was incredibly that kind of animation is incredibly expensive to do.
True. All right. Well, you get my point. Like, if they
Yeah,
want to like modernize the animation a little bit, like,
exactly.
because let's just we gotta admit this though. Teen Titans Go's animation is not the best.
No, it's Flash animation. Flash animation is very. It's again, it's basically the cheap way of doing it.
Exactly what
It's
it.
something you can buy. The Flash program you can buy. We can all buy for a reasonable price now.
Right. Well, the old or just use the old animation. I mean, I understand that there are gonna be some changes, but as long as the continuity and the characters are still the same, it shouldn't matter.
Hmm. If you
Plus,
don't,
there's
so if you, it's you can. And we're not saying again. We want to get this down. We're not saying cancel cancel Teen Titans Go. Forget it ever existed. You can have the best of both worlds. You can have your Teen Titans
exactly.
Go, which you could market towards little kids, little young kids, but then you can have the one for you can have the original Teen Titans, which is for the teen audience. And because let's face it, actually the audience of people who watch animation is getting older. Like
I mean, dude. I mean, all right. Let's take an example. Avatar: The Last Airbender, excellent series. But it wasn't. It was started having. It like expanded out. It had a bigger fan base, and now that its sequels out, Legend of Korra, every time it's the material's a little darker, a little grittier because the audience is getting older.
mhm,
That's a good
exactly.
example. I mean,
Mhm.
no, Avatar: Last Airbender had its dark moments, but Legend of Korra is a little darker. Why? And a little more mature. Why? Because the audience is going from preteens to teenagers and adults. That's how much people love Avatar. That's why they upped that's why the show's on Friday nights. That's why the material got a little more mature.
And
Because
we're not saying like make Teen Titans incredibly dark like some of the
oh no no no
not
no!
like
I'm not saying.
episodes like
I'm just.
Haunted.
Oh no no! I'm not saying. No,
I'm
I'm
not
not
saying
saying.
that. I'm no. I'd say I know that's not what you're saying. We're saying we don't want every episode to be like Haunted because that would be
Oh
just.
no 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 no! I'm just giving a point. Plus, no, Korra's not even that dark either. I mean, there are plenty of funny moments too. Have you guys seen Korra or no?
I don't have. I don't get it. Have
Well,
you
Korra, no, like guys, if you watch Korra season 1, it actually has a lot of funny parts too. Like
exactly? Yeah.
when, because when the new Avatar Korra's friend Bolin, like he's like forced to, he's like they're gonna make him marry the Eska, the Northern Water Tribe princess. It's hilarious. Like at the end of the episode, you can see her all angry, water bending through the ocean with her eyeliner running. It's hilarious.
Hmm.
And then he asked the guy, is this ship fast enough to escape my waterbending angry ex girlfriend? And Burrick's like, yeah, well, I think I built this thing. And they go, I mean, it has its funny parts. I'm just saying, it's a little dark. The tone's a little darker on the serious parts because the audience is older. It still has its comedy though.
And
It's a good.
I did watch the last episode kind of illegally. Um, um, but you know how it had that dealt with very more thing where the Korra broke up with Thingy.
No, no, no. Mako broke
I
up with
don't
her.
religiously follow the show, so you're gonna have to understand
What? Yeah.
if we make a few mistakes. That was done really well. I mean, it was a bit. I did think the ending was a bit rushed of that episode, but like they broke up and now she's fighting a demon, that sort of thing. But you know my point. You get my point. Like the people who wrote horror got that the audience that loved the show has grown up and they can get away with more mature stuff. You can actually get away with a lot more stuff on any animation now than you could when Teen Titans were around. I mean, you can use the word kill and death now. Like that's very you couldn't when Teen Titans the original show was going. I don't think you could say that, could you? Like in a cartoon, could you? I don't remember it ever being said. Hello? Hello?
Oh, sorry, I'm reading. I'm reading.
All right. We're keeping your attention, are we? That we're reading now. No, I'm just. Yeah, but as I was saying, were you like say when the original Teen Titans were showing? Are you allowed to say? Were you allowed to say words like kill and death? Because I don't think you were. You're allowed to say it now. But like I've seen, they said it in the Teen Titans show now, didn't they? Like in Teen Titans Go, they've said it a few times. But I don't ever remember them saying it in the original Teen Titans.
I don't know.
I don't
I
think
can't
they
really
did.
remember either, but
But you know what I mean? Like you can with animation, you can actually get away with a lot more than you could now.
yeah.
Hello.
I wondered where you got because I stopped talking and everything went quiet.
What?
Like I finished talking and then I just had silence.
Sorry,
It was really creepy.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I had to go do something.
Oh, it's all right. But
I'm
yeah,
back.
Same here. Same here. Sorry.
what I was saying was telling you was you're allowed to get away with more now with animation than you were like when the original show was saying like because in the original Teen Titans because what I said was words like kill and death you couldn't say when Teen Titans was going or on like I don't ever remember them saying it but
Dude,
then
for example, do you guys remember Slade from Teen Titans? His real alias is Deathstroke. Slade is actually his first name, Slade Wilson, but because you couldn't say death on the show, they had to change it to Slade. But now that things have improved, things have changed, you can notice that on Young Justice, they refer to him as Deathstroke. Now you can get away with that. Maybe now they can switch things up a little bit for season 6 as well.
exactly except I'm not saying change his name because Slade I think Slade's actually a better name than Deathstroke.
No, I'm just telling you, like maybe
But
they
I know
can
what
like
you mean. I know what you mean. Like that's you're giving an example of they can get away with a lot more now.
yeah.
Which is what I'm saying is like, but also I'm saying when I said that point about saying that the people who watch animation are getting older, like this is a perfect example, and a bit off topic, but My Little Ponies. I don't watch it, but that show was designed for kids in their little girls who are 8 to 10. The audience it actually brought in were teenage males. I mean,
Alex,
obviously,
Alex, I did not take you for a Little Pony fan.
I'm not a My Little. I've never watched an episode of it.
I'm just kidding. I know.
I'm not saying that it's a bad show. Right? I've never watched an episode of it. I'm not saying that
I
people
never
who
have
watch it.
anymore.
I'm just gonna step in and say something there.
Yep.
I'm actually part of that fandom.
I'm
But
not
I'm
saying it's a
old.
bad thing. You are. Didn't say that at all. What I'm saying is,
I know. I'm.
it's part of the point I'm saying is that show was designed for young little kids,
Yes, I know that, but I'm just part of the fandom because it's a really good show and everything. But
Oh
That's
yeah,
fine.
I like it.
yeah. I'm probably going to get blasted in the comments now saying, "How come you haven't watched it? Oh, it's the best show ever."
What, Little Pony?
Yeah.
Don't worry, I haven't watched it either, so you guys can blast me too if you want.
Yeah. But
My point is though, guys, like things have gotten a lot more serious since 7 years ago. I mean, great example: Avatar: Last Airbender to Legend of Korra, or how Young Justice was, or how Teen Titans can be now. Things have changed, so like they can get away with a lot more now. So maybe they can change things up in season 6, and I don't know. There's a lot of storylines they can still follow, like Red X, Slade, Nightwing,
Blackfire.
Starfire arc, Blackfire, Terra. There's so much they can still do.
And actually, if you look at, did you guys actually read the comic, the spin-off comic to Teen Titans? The one that came out, came out during the show was released. That actually took some dark paths every now and then as well.
Exactly.
And also had some that was I actually at first when I read a few issues I thought this is just pointless comic, but actually there was that episode, I don't know which issue it was, but where they had all the Titans' biggest fears come to life, like Raven became a father and Starfire was recaptured and Robin was left alone and that sort of thing. That would have made a really good episode of the show.
Do you remember what they told the origins of all the Titans? They could make that into episode, like filler episodes.
And also they could do an episode like I keep on saying this, like, because most shows, even the comedy shows, do this, which Teen Titans Go doesn't, which hurts it every now and then. Adventure Time, regular show, Family Guy, Simpsons, Futurama, they all do it, is where they just stop telling jokes, they just actually have a serious character development moment. They all do it. Teen Titans Go doesn't, which drives me nuts, because there's plenty of times I've gone, just stop and look at what you're doing.
Like, all the best series that I've seen, I mean, like the shows you just mentioned, and like other shows, like, let's look at Avatar sorry, I'm a huge Avatar fan. Let's look at Avatar. Thanks, Alex. Yeah, I mean, Avatar's probably my favorite fandom, right next to Teen Titans. It's like, yeah, you get the point. So, like, and have you guys ever watched Avatar?
Yeah, I've watched that.
No.
I've watched
You
the
need to,
episode.
it's awesome.
I've never watched it religiously, but I've watched a few episodes, and I do think it is definitely a really good show. It's just one of those things that it was actually airing. Usually, the original show was kind of airing the same time as the Teen Titans in the UK, and I was like, that Teen Titans.
No, but my point is, like, every character had their own, like, episode there. It wasn't even arcs, like development episodes, like in the old series. In the Storm, we find out why Aang ran away from being the Avatar. In Zuko Alone, we find out about Zuko's past at the palace. Like, every episode has that. So why couldn't they also do that for Teen Titans? I mean, for season 6, like, why not a filler episode or two about their past? You know what I mean? I mean, they could just follow what Teen Titans Go the comic did.
Like, Teen Titans Go the comic also had that issue, which I thought would have made a brilliant episode, because it wasn't actually didn't have any action or anything. It was that one where it was just where Robin, I think it was the anniversary of his parents' death, and he was just
Yeah, and Starfire came to comfort him, and there was also a Batman reference, but it wasn't as strong.
But you know what I mean? There was no action, there was no fighting, it was just pure character stuff, and I thought that was brilliant. I honestly thought that was just a really well written piece of issue that would have made a great episode, because it would have been like an episode like Family Guy episode. What's it called? Brian and Stewie. Like,
Oh yeah, Brian. I don't remember the episode, but is it where they get locked in the safe?
yeah,
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
that one, because that was, yes, it did have comical moments, but it was just that sort of thing. I'm the kind of a person who really loves that sort of thing, where it's sort of just like just the characters talking to each other. That sort of thing I kind of love because it's a brilliant thing to build character development.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
No,
you didn't need like a huge action explosion
no,
fight scene to develop the characters. It was just
no.
that's why I love that whole issue, because it was just Robin going from all of his friends and then Starfire, just acting,
And
just them, and them all just trying to help him.
yeah, they could actually bring more of the core, like the core Teen Titans back to the show. I mean, you guys know Donna Troy Wonder Girl. They couldn't bring her into the Teen Titans show because of copyright, but maybe after so many,
Yeah.
they did put her in the Teen Titans Go comic. Maybe they can introduce her into season 6. You never know if copyright's finally been settled.
Yeah.
Especially now that Donna's not even in the New 52. Maybe people at least can see her on TV.
She's not.
She's not. She doesn't exist in the New 52. Neither does Wally or Stephanie Brown or who's the second?
God damn you, Lobdell.
You know that?
Because it's Lobdell who runs he still writes for the team. He wrote Red Hood and the Outlaws with the Starfire, and he's the one who's writing Teen Titans at the moment. It's like,
No. Right now, Wally does not exist because Barry is Flash, which I have no problem with. But Bart is Kid Flash, and let me see what else. And Cassie Sandmarks, I think that's her name, is Wonder Girl. Troy does not exist.
Troya got married and had a kid, for God's sake, in the old universe.
Oh. So?
Which they both died horribly in a car accident, but still, that happened.
Yeah, and Leanne died too.
Yeah.
So, that's the best part. That you just flushed down the toilet 20 years of Roy Harper's character development that was through his daughter. They
But
flushed that down the toilet.
can I just say, though?
They killed her off, and now she doesn't exist in continuity. What? Sorry.
Can
What?
I just say about Roy Harper in the old universe, though?
Yeah.
He did need a reboot because his life was in the shit.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Well, they made it shit. I mean, he was doing great. He was Red Arrow. He was in the Justice League. He was with his daughter. They fucked that up. I mean,
Then they killed his daughter, cut off his arm,
exactly.
and made him a
Killed
drug
her off. He had his arm cut off, and he was doing drugs. I mean, okay, the drugs is a character development, I guess. It's like part of the story.
He actually did it before.
They messed it up. They messed it up. He was doing just fine in like 2007 when he became Red Arrow. He was doing just fine.
Yeah. He actually seems to be having a huge problem with his internet. But yeah, you can tell we're all like huge fans of the comic book as well. Not the new one, because I will not read that, because as soon as I read Red Hood and the Outlaws, I thought, this guy is writing Teen Titans. I am not touching it with a 10-foot barge pole.
No, and you know what? What I really hate is that the new Teen Titans, like the series, the comics that Teen Titans, the animated series sprang from, that like classic era, they erased that from continuity.
They erased all of the old DC universe from continuity.
I know. And you're gonna tell me that their backwater Teen Titans right now is gonna beat what the NTT did now. So you know what? This is another reason why we need Teen Titans back to show, because if they're not gonna give us the old Teen Titans roster in the comics, we at least need to keep it alive in the show.
I mean, I can kind of understand why DC rebooted the universe, because it said it was getting too convoluted and everything.
There was no need to erase one of their best. New Teen Titans was their bestseller 30 years ago, and it's still popular today. That was originally going to stay in continuity, because I remember I read an old interview with Lob that was in 2011, but just last year they completely erased it. That wasn't even the first idea.
Shit.
Internet's a problem, isn't it? You've been dropping out like crazy, but yeah, like also I was saying with they rebooted it because it was a bit of their universe, the old DC universe was a bit of a mess. But they've had this new one for 2 years, and they're already making this one a huge convoluted mess. I mean, last month
I'm sorry, but the New 52 was done. The New 52 was done half-assed. All right, let's look at their last reboot, Crisis on Infinite Earths. That was done really well. This is crap. I'm sorry, but this is crap.
It is.
Like what they don't understand is like a bold new direction is what they want. They're just disrespecting 75 years of history and going with a bunch of crap. Like you want to know what a really good new bold direction was when Barry Allen died and Wally became Flash. It was honoring the legacy that Barry left behind, but he was the new Flash. Like that's honoring old continuity but still going a new direction. They don't even know how to do that anymore.
Nope.
They
They honestly
dumbass.
don't. It's like, and just because it's a reboot doesn't mean everything that happened before it cannot just has to be erased. A reboot could be you pick the best parts of that and move it into this new
That's what they
universe.
did with Crisis on Infinite Earth. That's what they did then. They
Exactly.
didn't change so much. They didn't change so much about it. I
Mhm.
mean, come on. I'm sorry, but Lobdell doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, do you guys know what Tim Drake's new origin is or no?
He was part Joker, wasn't it, or something?
I don't know. No, he was. So apparently, the new story. You know how the original story was that he was there when the Graysons fell, and how he like was a fanboy. You guys know all that, right?
Yeah.
How so apparently now he's like an Olympic athlete. That apparently his parents are alive during witness protection or something. Apparently his name's not even actually Tim Drake. It's just his cover name. I know the sound, and he wanted to find out who Batman was, but he didn't find out. He like robbed a bank. Not robbed a bank. He like set up Penguin doing something in the bank, so Batman would come. He almost figured out who Batman was, but not really. And that he told him who he was, and that his parents made him promise to take care of him. And then he's been Red Robin the whole time. He was never actually just Robin. That's his new origin.
And he became leader of the Teen Titans. And he became leader of the Teen Titans, and he got a bird suit. Because I mean, ugh,
And
it's just,
apparently now he considers Jason, who tried to kill him, his brother. I'm like, oh wow, they basically destroyed his character.
yeah. There's one thing about the New 52 which I am kind of interested in, and it's what they've done with Starfire and they've done with Starfire and Nightwing is
Right.
that they actually came out that that thing that Starfire just doesn't remember anything. It
Yeah.
actually came out because the Red Hood and the Outlaws has a new writer, and
Yeah.
he is actually bringing Starfire back to.
James Tinian. I know James Tinian the fourth. Yeah. Apparently, I heard that really important does remember her past. It's just that she was trying to repress it or something. She does remember Dick. She remembers everything. She
Yeah,
just
something happened that made her forget it all.
she didn't forget it. She repressed it.
Well, yeah, that she no, sorry, yeah, man, that remembering it would be too painful.
But she does remember Dick Grayson. It's not that she doesn't. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's another thing. I hate what they did to their relationship. I mean, they've been disrespecting that for years now.
it's just so.
It's
Ah,
sad.
yeah,
Like, okay, I mean, they haven't really respected Dick and Corey's relationship since New Teen Titans ended. But at least they were still
yeah.
friends. They still had their moments. Okay, that was better than nothing, I guess.
Mhm.
But now it turns out that he apparently is only going after Babs now, which has been DC's headcanon for the last 5 years. And apparently she's just sleeping around with anyone. I mean, I'm sorry, but they should really at least. They forget how important that relationship was to both their character,
Mhm.
especially Grayson's development as a
Yeah.
character. I don't know. I just don't like how.
It's because I think DC really think that Nightwing wants to be with Batgirl, which no, I just see them as friends. No one really sees them as like in love with each other. I just see them as
Tell
friends.
that to the huge fan base they have. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like him with Barbara. I mean, I think they're okay as a couple, but I don't know. I think he should be with Corey more. I mean,
Hmm.
people have been saying, oh, because she doesn't fit into the Batman fandom. Not true.
They were gonna
Okay,
ha-
I mean,
they originally had a kid. Like,
I know Mary Grayson Nightstar. I love her. She's awesome. Like, I mean, okay, let's think about this. Batwoman told her that she would have a wonderful future with Nightwing. That in Kingdom Come they had a kid. And do you remember? Am I the only one who remembers back in 2009, Justice League of America number 22? They showed him as an old man with Ebon, which is Damien, and her with their kids at what's it called at Bruce's funeral. Why would they do that if they wouldn't hint at that actual future?
hmm,
That's my point.
exactly.
I mean, Kingdom Come was written in '96, and yet this panel that we just talked about came out in 2009. I mean, they were considering doing something, but that's around the time the reboot started being talked about.
Yeah, I was just like, and actually the guy I don't know if you watch him stuff, but he's called Linkara or Lewis Lovecraft. Um, he said he brought a brilliant thing about DC, which is DC's biggest problem right now, is that they're trying to make every single comic book like Batman.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I say, not about Batman, but in that same kind of meat.
Have you seen how dark they're making Superman?
Yeah,
They're,
exactly.
that's my point. Okay, I mean, yeah, Superman could be a little more modernized, I guess, but what they're doing with him is ridiculous. I mean, okay, him and Lois Lane were never married. They were never together. He got friend zoned. Okay,
He's now
they've
with Wonder Woman. I'm sorry, but Wonder Woman, his relationship with Wonder Woman just feels like a writer just read a fanfic and just went, oh, they're together now. Like, let's ignore the 75 years of relationship between Superman and Lois Lane because
exactly. And that's another thing I hate. Like that's what they did with Dick and Corey. They recounted a lot of their history to Barbara always being in love with him, and I don't know what. Did you read the Nightwing annual from 2007? I was so angry when I read that.
why? What happened?
Oh, well, they showed a flashback that 6 months after she got shot and she was Oracle, that he came back to visit her. You remember how he and Corey were on Tamara?
Yeah.
And how they were already engaged. Well, he came by. He said he's sorry about what happened to her. He hugged her. They ended up having sex, and then the next day he gives her the what's it called, the invitation to the wedding with Corey. What do you think of that?
Are you guys talking about Connor?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about
Oh
DC's
no.
inability to write things well at the moment.
I've never
Oh,
actually
never
read
mind
the
then.
comics before.
You
Just
really
saying.
should. You shouldn't really read the new 52, but if you can, actually, I'll probably try and link you to is like DC did launch a book, like a huge book of the first like 100 or 50 issues of the original like 1970 comic Teen Titans, which is mostly what the show was based off.
Oh
Um,
wow.
Exactly. So
and which I've been trying
That's
to get
pretty.
my which is actually, yeah. I mean, be in mind the characters sometimes are a bit different. Like, I bet you guys have seen Starfire's outfit in the old DC universe and the new
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
No,
looks like a slipper.
like she is incredibly well made. Well, yeah.
oh wow, Alex.
What? I can't deny. I'm a guy. I can't.
Hello.
I can't. Hello.
Well, have you ever noticed all the like every single comic that has ever had Dick Grayson since he became Nightwing, they all have ass shots of Grayson. I love those shots.
Yeah.
They all have Grayson ass shots. He has a great ass. I can't say he doesn't.
Exactly. You find Nightwing hot. I find Starfire hot. That's all.
That's why they should be together.
Yeah, I mean, all those people. I mean, all again, those people are saying, "Oh, they should have had Starfire's outfit from from the show in the cartoon." That thing wouldn't have been allowed to air. What she wore, that thing, no way would that have been allowed to air on TV.
Exactly. No, and it's just like I don't know. It's just like why doesn't DC want Dick and Corey together? I mean, they make a great they all right, that she wouldn't work in the Batman fandom. How many times have we seen him work with her when he was Batman, whether it would be with Damian or before? Like he can work with her. Plus, I mean, he's the new Batman. It doesn't really matter. He can work with whoever he wants. But he's not Bruce. Plus, do you guys remember? I mean, in Red Hood and the Outlaws, that's a Bat book. She's in there. It shows that if you switch some things around, he can work in the Batman fandom.
Hmm. Exactly. There was that issue where she literally went into the Batcave and
That's my
spoke
point.
to
I
and
mean, you know what? The only reason I think people that want Dick and Babs together, besides that they were the original Bat, I mean, besides that fact that DC's been trying to do that for years now, is that because they were the first Batgirl and Robin, so they have to be together now.
mm. Well, actually, technically, Babs is actually the second Batgirl.
Like I know, but
Yeah,
wasn't it after Crisis on Infinite Earths that Kay got like reconceived not being the first?
yeah. But but yeah, I get your point. Like, what we're going into deep comic book nerdom here.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, and
Alex, let's go back to the show. We can
okay, yeah.
come up with something about our
Actually, saying you already said it, but I didn't know what the other guys thought. What was your favorite episode? My favorite episode is Go. Not I keep on saying this. Not the show Go. The
I know the
episode
episode. The
Go.
episode. Mine would
Yeah,
be
yeah, I know what you're talking
mine. Yeah,
about.
mine would be the three end episodes or
Mhm.
haunted.
Mine would
Mine
be
would be.
what?
Oh, you go first. Don't worry.
Okay. Mine would be like the Titans together and calling all Titans.
Oh, those are great.
Mine would be How Long Is Forever, and
Oh,
I
I love
guess
that one.
Birthmark.
No, dude,
I
you
also
have
like
no
The
idea.
Beast Within.
Yeah,
That one's
I
good
was going to
too.
say that as well, and also Haunted because of just how that was
Yeah.
actually for adults. That episode, not I don't get that was not a
Yeah.
kids episode.
No. Like I was
Oh,
when
it's
on
true.
you guys have no idea. Like with the first time, well, not the first time. Like when I was old enough to understand, I was in the comics. The first time I saw How Long Is Forever, I was literally fangirl screaming when I saw Nightwing. Kind of like how in do you guys like in Legend of Korra? Sorry, I keep bringing up
Back to
Avatar.
Avatar.
Like sorry, in Legend of
Go on.
Korra, when they showed when they first showed Aang, like I mean Aang's dead, but when they first showed him in a flashback,
Spoiler.
I was fangirl screaming there too.
Yeah. But it was kind of like, actually, I would imagine those people like they were fangirls screaming like, yeah, oh wait, he's still dead.
Okay, look, how about when they showed Zuko's grandson, General Iroh? I mean, he looks like Zuko, same voice actor, but has Uncle Iroh's position and name. Like 10 seconds on the screen, everyone's freaking out all over Tumblr. Like everyone was screaming.
The cabbage cop.
Oh my god, I love that part. Like, all right, I'll tell you the moments I fangirled. When Lin was introduced, when Iroh 2 was introduced, and when Boomy was introduced. Those like the moments I
When you
fangirl
saw
screamed.
really old failed Katara.
No offense, but what the hell are you guys talking about?
Legend of
Legend
Korra. I'm guessing you
Legend
might
of
watch
Korra.
it.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I,
Well,
I
yeah.
just got
No, well,
lost.
To be honest with you, I kind of expected Katara to be alive, so I didn't really fangirl that much. They don't really do her much justice in the
Yeah.
show.
Oh, you could do it like, oh look, it's Katara. Oh God, you raged horribly.
Oh, but I have good news. You know Zuko's still alive, right?
Is he? Fantastic. Is he? But anyway, you're saying, my favorite episode of the show is Go because I've always maintained if they actually made a live action movie of that, that's the episode they should base it on.
I know. Wait, wasn't the original idea to make the live action movie of the comic though? What arc was it? Crap, I don't remember the arc. Wasn't there gonna be like one about the comic and show, kind of like a combination of the comic and show about the Terra arc? Wasn't that originally an idea?
There was original. I do know there was. They're still going on about it, but it's kind of like the case of, yeah, it's happening. Like there was going to be a live action Teen Titans movie. But I think it's actually a case of, I think DC Warner Brothers are, especially like with the success of Avengers, they're going to go on about Justice League. But I would say that Teen Titans
No,
would
but
also
like
be a good middle ground.
yeah, but honestly, when you have a popular series and you try to do live action, like back to Avatar, sorry. Have you
Khary,
ever seen the last Airbender? Like the
I
first
reviewed it.
the
It's
few
horrible.
I know the first series, the last Airbender series, like anime series, was awesome, but the movie, oh my god, I literally got up in rage and left like 20 minutes before the movie ended. That's how bad it was.
I reviewed it. Yeah, I did a full scripted review on it. Plug for me, by the way. Um, Go watch that video. I get angry,
Oh,
like usual.
I haven't seen it, but I'll definitely
Yeah.
check it out.
I'm selflessly plugging myself to the people who are watching this.
Ah.
You know,
But you
advertisement.
get my point. Like sometimes a
Yeah,
live movie would not work. Like Avatar, great series. The movie sucks so
but
badly.
that was because he basically took the first series of the show and tried to condense it into an hour and a half movie.
How are you gonna put three seasons into one movie? I'm sorry, that doesn't make sense.
No, I mean he tried to
So
take the first
same.
series.
So
Yeah,
same. We'll say. Well, that's my point. It had three seasons. That's my point. So how are they gonna do that? How would they do that with Teen Titans? That's my point. Like it should
like I
be
said, if they just
about
do that
one.
episode go, if they just do that episode go, which is basically how they met up, which in half an hour yes, they didn't explain how Raven was suddenly in the city, but you're saying you can flesh that out into an hour and a half, even 2 hour movie.
Yeah, that or I think the original idea was use the Terra arc. I mean, they could do that too.
True. We're saying we
Like
got.
take one arc. Don't do the entire series. That's not gonna work.
Mhm. Just do one episode. Well, yeah, just do. Like I've always. This is the problem. This is talking about DC. This is the problem I kind of have with DC's live action, and this is the problem I have with Batman Superman movie that's coming out in 2015. Is that DC seems to have the trouble that they only make films about Batman or Superman.
I know, dude. I mean, no, it's more Batman. I mean, this is the Man of Steel sequel was supposed to be the one in 2015. Why does it have to have Batman in it? Why give Superman one more movie by
Because they're
himself?
building up to Justice League.
Well,
That's what it
still.
is.
Oh, but and yeah, Batman got a trilogy, which by the way was not very good. Huh.
Oh, now that's gonna get you some comments.
Okay, well, I admit it wasn't bad. I mean, I like some of it. I don't know. It seemed a little forced in some parts. Okay, fine. Sorry, guys. Let me rephrase. I did like them. Like
Too
Batman
late,
Begins,
too
I
late.
like.
The damage has been done. You are in for
I
a
don't really.
hell of a storm of pain.
I'm just saying. All right, fine. It was good, but just some parts. Okay, let's just say the only part one of the parts I really did not like was at the end about how, oh my God, this cop is now his name is Robin. I mean, okay, if you guys
Yeah,
if they
that I
didn't want
didn't like. It's
if
like,
they didn't want to if they didn't want to put in Robin to the movies, fine, but don't then leave them
but
out altogether. Why?
if they were gonna do that, if they were gonna do, if they're saying, oh, that's a nice name, Robin, or they could have, like, why didn't they just call him Dick Grayson or Tim Drake or Jason Todd? Like they could have gone, like they could have done
Now,
that.
now every time someone Googles Robin, it comes out as John Blake, the actor's name, not even the original. I'm like, come on. If you're not gonna include Robin, that's fine, but don't at least leave him out altogether, you know.
Mhm. Oh dear.
Plus, like, you know what? This is my point, though. I mean, so they're working on Justice League movie. Why don't they do Wonder Woman
They
movie?
are
Like,
going to be doing a Wonder Woman movie because it's saying
yeah.
Justice League is 2019.
Well, Wonder Woman probably in 3000 then.
Actually, do you know there's that thing that people are saying? You know, there's that Lego movie coming out next year.
Of what?
Just a Lego movie. It was basically it's just called the
I did
Lego
not know that.
Movie, but basically Wonder Woman is in it, and people are saying so. Wonder Woman's first live action appearance on the big screen is in a Lego movie,
Oh God.
like because obviously Lego has DC.
Oh,
That's how Batman saw.
and dude, and they're not even gonna do a there was a rumored Flash movie for 2015. No, now they're gonna make it a series like Arrow. Ugh.
Actually, I heard Arrow Flash was going to be an Arrow.
I know, but that's like it's like a debut for him, so he can have his own series. They're gonna make
Mm.
Barry Allen his own series.
Well, it's a
Right
good thing that they're not doing a Wonder Woman series because you can actually find that pilot that they were doing for that one that was supposed to from a few years ago. It is bad. Like it is unwatchably bad.
I got you. Well, let's just wait and see, because like I really want to watch something other than Batman. And
Exactly.
oh my God, people are freaking out over Ben Affleck being Batman in the next movie. I mean,
Give the
people give
guy
him a
a chance, for God's
I
sake.
know he made. I mean, I didn't. I liked to be honest. I like Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, but I don't think he made the best Batman.
Is
Can
it
yell at
because
me
of his
all they
soothing
want to.
voice?
Yeah, I mean, no, it's not in general. Like in general, like I think he made a great Bruce Wayne. I loved his like charming side of Bruce, like the philanthropist, the playboy, billionaire. I loved the way he impersonated Bruce Wayne, but I don't think he made a very good Batman in the suit. I mean, I don't know. That's just me, but I just don't think he was the best Batman.
No. I
So
still
let's
think.
see.
Yeah.
Maybe plus Affleck was supposed to be playing a young to an old Batman. Like Ben Affleck's gonna play a more seasoned Batman. So let's give him a chance.
I can just see how that movie. I just see how that movie's going to play out straight away. Though it's going to be, Batman's going to fight Superman because Batman's so awesome. He's going to teach Superman about truth, justice, and the American way,
Yep.
and it's going to be predictable as
So
all hell, and it's going to drive me
I
nuts.
have to admit though, man, I like Man of Steel. It's pretty good. And
I did not like Man
what's
of Steel.
now you're gonna get flamed.
I don't care. I don't care. I did not like Man of Steel. I'm actually making the list of my top 5 worst and best movies of this year, and Man of Steel's on there. I did not like Man of Steel at
Well,
all.
that's why then.
The more and more I think about Man of Steel, the more and more I don't like it. Like when I first saw it, I was like,
What?
"Oh, that's an okay movie." Then I thought about it, I was like, "Wait a second."
Well, at least I think the
What
actor.
about it?
I think the actor played the part pretty good at
Oh
least.
yeah, he played the part really well. Just
So
the
that's
movie
something.
sucked.
No, that's up for debate, but I don't really care. So
I haven't seen it, so I'm really not worried about none of that.
you should see it. I think it's pretty. I mean, it's up to you, but I think it's pretty good.
I mean, I like the last Batman movie, with Bane in it.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
It was, but the problem I have with the Dark Knight Rises though is that it was battering you over the head with going, here's the message, corporations are evil, message, message, get
Yeah,
it? That's the message.
yeah. The effects were pretty good
So
though.
true.
Oh yeah, but you could
I
say
just
that because
love
you could
when
say that
they
about other
fight
things. You
him.
could say that about the Transformers films. I mean, the Transformers films suck as all hell, but the effects are pretty okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Want to make it back to the series because we're kind of branching off again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So, have
All
anyone
right.
has any
So,
ideas for say season 6?
Well,
well, guys.
for this
The
Titans,
only
I've got one for this Titans Hour, which I can't take a part of because it'll be, but the time you do Teen Titans Hour is something like 2 a.m. in the UK. So, but well, I'll put this suggestion out for you guys. For this Teen Titans Hour, could you guys like just direct your pretty much for lack of a better word, spam the hell out of Cartoon Network and Warner
That's
Brothers.
actually what we're gonna do. Teen Titan 15 at Teen Titan 15, she tweeted that we should do it directly to YB, DC, CN, and the cast. So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, I wouldn't say the cast because they already know about it, and
No, I know, but
Yeah,
I think more like the producers and stuff, not really
yeah.
the voice actors.
we should be more on like spamming Warner Bros. And Cartoon Network than anything else,
Mhm.
and maybe
More
DC
Warner
Comics.
Brothers because they kind of run CN. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
okay, well, yeah,
Because
And they have the
yeah,
rights, and they have the copyrights to the DC stuff.
yeah. So we'll
believe
start
it or
doing
not,
that. And guys, if you guys can, if you guys and anyone out there can find this in the article, the guy's last name's Tucker. If anyone can send him a message about, she can inform him about the movement. Please do, because that might
And just,
motivate
I
him.
basically just go to him, for God's sake, yes, do it, for God's sake. There's
Like,
5
no,
seasons.
don't bother him with it. They're doing the jail war movie right now. Don't bother him, but give him the suggestion. Also, tell him about the movement. All the fans that want it back, that might inspire him. We'll see.
Exactly. Let's go back to this. Let's talk about the show again a bit more. Okay, this is the questions I always ask this other these other my mates is favorite hero, least favorite villain, least favorite villain. I'll go off mine. Favorite hero, Starfire. Least favorite hero, I would have to say Beast Boy because I can't. I don't hate him.
what?
I don't hate him. I don't hate him. He's just the least. He's the one I don't like the most. I mean, he's the one I like the least. Favorite villain is Slade, obviously. Least
Obviously.
favorite is I would have to say would either be Kitten or Control Freak.
All right, I can go with mine. My
Yeah,
favorite.
I
All
agree
right,
with you.
so my favorite guys, my favorite Titan either it's kind of I'd say probably Robin or Raven. It's kind of a match. I'd say probably Robin. Least would probably be Cyborg. I mean, he's cool, but I don't know. I just don't really love him that much. Favorite villain Slade. He's awesome. Least favorite it would probably be Control Freak. I mean, he's funny, but he's kind of pointless.
I feel really bad now because two of the three avatars here are Beast Boy. Beast Boy in
All
them.
right, my turn. My turn. My favorite one it would be Kid Flash. He looks
He's
so
awesome.
awesome.
Well, he's awesome.
My least favorite one will be Mas y Menos because they're just whatever.
Oh,
Were
My
they
Yeah.
actually in the show? Were they actually in the comics? I can't remember.
my favorite villain will be Slade, duh,
Everyone
and
loves
my
Slade.
least favorite,
Ron Perlman,
yeah,
man, he's a bloody legend. That voice he
my,
does.
my
Ron
least
Perlman.
favorite,
Yeah.
my least favorite villain, and I hate her so much. I hate her with my whole life. Would be Madame Rouge.
Oh God.
I
I
hate
just
her so
hate her with.
much.
Oh, you guys know that Ron Perlman. You guys know that Ron Perlman, the voice actor, said he voiced Deathstroke again in the Flashpoint movie, right?
Yeah, it was only a cameo, but yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
but he still did it. That means
Isn't
he's
there
really
that
he
rumors
like.
going around
No,
that
but
he's
that
yeah.
tells us something that he really likes the part, even if he did
Isn't
like
there
a
that thing
five
also
second.
that he's doing the voice of Deathstroke in Arkham Origins?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yup.
So that shows that he really likes the part. So maybe if they have Slade in season
And
6
he has
hints,
I think he has stated that he will not do Teen Titans Go because he thinks it'll ruin the character.
so we can
Yup.
definitely hope. So
And
then I'm then
he
I'm
was in and he was in
95%.
those little 1 minute shorts on Cartoon Network. He did slate for those little 1 minute shorts,
No,
but he
so
won't
if
do
he's
it.
done all that since the show ended, and
Mhm.
he did like a 5 second cameo on Flashpoint, it was 5 seconds literally, and then that shows he likes the part. So hopefully that'll mean that if they do get season 6, he'll probably be willing to do Slade again.
Mhm. Exactly. It's just that voice as well. That
I know.
just
I am.
that calm.
He's
Just
like, I am the evil that haunts every
yeah.
dark corner of your mind. Like that gave me chills. That part.
That just calm. It's because it's also he's so calm. It's so calm and threatening at the same time. It's like,
Exactly.
oh my god! At any moment, this guy could flip out and kill me.
Exactly.
He has like the ability, like he makes his voice sound like, hey, you might think I'm not all over you, but I am. I see like every step, like whatever you do, I know it. It's
There's not a
just
thing you don't
creepy
know.
as
There's not
hell.
a thing about you that I don't know about.
Exactly. No, like he's like really he's like really persuades like the way he gets Tara to do what he wants. It's like you guys know what Tara was like in the comics, right? Oh
Oh
my
God, she
god.
was a monster.
I know, and she was like, they were like, she was like
So
literally
that's
sleeping
yeah,
with
actually
Slade,
that's
right?
something. If you're a Terra fan and you read the original if you read the original comics, keep in mind she is a. I'm not joking. I'm not any shit. Like in the show that she's kind of sympathetic. In the comics the original comic, she
She's a
is
psychopath.
like she.
Okay, and I'm gonna say something really quick to the
Oh
Terra
God, is she
guys.
dark?
I'm not trying to be mean to the Terra fans, but the original comics, like NTT, she's a psychopath and she has a sexual relationship with Slade. Just letting you guys
And
know.
Yep.
she's 15
Hmm.
and has a sexual relationship with
She's
Slade.
not.
And
She's
she
not. That's
and
not.
she only used Beast Boy. Like in the show, she likes him. In the comics, she never did. At least as far as I
But
know.
seriously, if you read the original comics, the ones from the I think it's 80s,
Hmm.
seriously, you're gonna go like, this isn't her at all. What the hell? Oh my God!
Alex, seriously, what the hell? It's
Would
true
you
though.
guys
It's true.
consider wait?
Sorry, go on.
Huh?
Would you guys consider Tara as a villain or a hero or like a Titan?
In the series,
In the series,
Yeah, in
if
the
you can,
series.
I would say she's more of like a tragic. Well, I mean, not tragic hero.
an
I think she would be
anti-hero,
just
really.
yeah,
Um,
anti-hero.
I'll, I'll take it as a hero.
mhm. Like actually,
In the
I know
comics,
they
She
did in
was
the
bad,
yeah.
but in the end, she did redeem herself and sacrifice herself for them. So I think, and she's trying to stay away from Beast Boy so they cannot hurt him again. So I think
Mhm.
that she's
Yeah,
redeeming herself.
also a thing that if they did season 6, like, because they again, it's still up in the arms to saying, did she forget or did she not? Like, did
And
she
you guys want to hear my theory on this?
go on?
Okay, well, like everyone speculates, like how she came back from being, turned to stone, like when Raven reversed the world back from when Trigon turned her into stone. I think that's how she came back, and I think honestly, I think she does remember. That's just my opinion, but you have to remember. There's a hint, and things change. She's like that the girl you want me to be, Beast Boy, is just a memory. I mean, she wouldn't say that if she didn't know who he was talking about. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I think that's a hint to the fan base that she does remember. I think she does remember. She's just pretending not to because she doesn't want to. She wants to forget all the bad things she did. She wants to not hurt
Yes,
Beast Boy anymore.
exactly. Um, and actually, do you know what, guys? We've been going for about an hour and a half. Do you think that's long enough? Do you think we should start wrapping up?
Yeah,
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining in.
no problem.
This is a trial run. Hopefully, we're making it. I'm trying to make this, like I've decided to call it Titan Talks because, for lack of a better name, I'm
Yeah,
very bad at
Yeah.
coming up with names. And I want to make this sort of like a monthly thing.
yeah, we can
Because
do
if
that.
it's every other week, we'll run out of things to say really quickly. Um,
Plus, I mean, if it's monthly, we can track. We can track progress in the campaign too.
exactly, exactly. So thank you all guys for tuning in, watching this, and don't forget, I don't like plugging myself, but don't forget to comment, like, subscribe to my channel to get all this stuff about Teen Titans,
Right.
and just watch my stuff because I put a lot of work into doing this stuff.
Yeah. Thank you.
But anyway, yeah.
One more
So
thing.
thanks you all
Uh,
for joining me, and you guys for joining me in Skype. We'll hopefully see you guys next time. And
yep. Thanks, Alex. See ya.
as you can hear through the background noise, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
that's
Bye,
not
guys.
me. So,
Don't forget to support us on Twitter. Bye.
alright. See you
And
guys later.
we
Peace
are
out.
See ya.